Hi everyone, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap. Seems like I've been experimenting a lot lately with that intaglio soap where I carve into it, and I've got another one coming up. But today's experimentation is with a new fragrance, and I've been really curious about this fragrance called Monkey Farts, and I've stayed away from it because of the name and because I looked online and I found out that it browns the soap because of the vanillin content. But curiosity just finally caught up with me, and I bought the fragrance and I smelled it from the bottle and it smells so good. So I'm glad I'm trying it, but I'm still trying to design around the fact that it's going to brown. Now, I looked online and it looks like it browns to a tan, but I've seen that before and it's always turned browner than tan. So I'm just going to go ahead and plan my colors around the theme of Monkey Farts, which is like a banana and fruit notes with the vanilla. It just smells really yummy. So regardless, it's going to make a nice soap, but what will it look like? So I'm going to plan it with yellows and greens and oranges and see what happens when the browning takes place. So I have no idea, but I planned it so that there is variance in the color's values, which there's a light, a middle value, and a dark. So even if it does turn brown, I'll still have some definition in that. And I don't know, I'm hoping that some of the colors stick around. But I'm also going to use a little gold drizzle on top so that even if it turns brown, I'll have that as a nice highlight on the top. So here we go. So I've just finished mixing up my batter because you've seen that so many times before. I'm using Monkey Farts and I've never used it before. I was really curious with what a name for that scent, but it smells delicious. So that vanilla, and because of the vanilla, it's going to brown a bit. So I'm not quite sure how much, and I'm just kind of leaping in to see if I can still get some contrast with the colors that I've chosen. So it doesn't accelerate. Looks like it has a yellow color to it already, which is typical of a lot of the scents that turn brown eventually. So let's blend that up. It's actually a nice yellow. So I picked colors that wouldn't fight with this yellowing. So it's basically orange and yellow and some green. And I made a mistake already, but that's okay. I was going to keep some of the batter free of that fragrance, but I'm going to live dangerously. Okay, so that's mixed up enough already. And I just want to sit here and smell that for a while. It smells really good. So let's get I detect some berries in there too. So there's my yellow. There's my orange. Those are going to be the bulk of the batter, with just a little bit of green as an accent color, and white, which will turn probably tan because I forgot. But we're all here to learn, right? Let's start by mixing up what used to be white. And go to my yellow. And go to my green. That's a nice green. That's laurel green from Nurture Soap. Okay, so I just realized I've never done a full funnel pour, so I want to do that. So I've done improvisations on the full funnel pour before, but never a full funnel pour. What I know of full funnel pours is what I've seen on YouTube. So I'm going to put some orange on the bottom, followed by a little bit, just a little bit of the white, kind of gloppy. It does accelerate a little bit. I'll just keep that in there, followed by some green. It's going to be liquid as long as I stir it out. You're making me work for this, aren't you? green, green, green. It's not really sinking in, so this will be interesting. Yeah, as long as it's stirred, it's pouring pretty well. I'm not even keeping track of any particular order, as long as the colors are different. Keep the rest of that for the top. Can't go wrong with these colors unless it browns too much. And I think I'll do a hanger swirl. Let's see, I'll just do a spiral. Tighter in the middle. Just alternating the colors a little bit and saving my green and light yellow for the very top, since I'll run out of that. I think what I want to do is a little bit of a hanger swirl on the top. I've got a gold mica drizzle for the top too, because I thought gold with these colors would look really nice. Okay, a little bit of swirl on top for texture and some kind of pattern. Let's see. Just a circular pattern. That looks good. And here's my mica drizzle. Just a little gold mica and some olive oil this time. I think I'll just leave the gold like that, since I already swirled the top. I don't want to swirl it again and break that up, because I like the way that color fell on it. So that's about it for now. I don't think I'll put any glitter on this one, and I'll bring you back for the cut. First time I used this fragrance, and it browned more than I thought it would, because from the description of the fragrance, it said that it would darken to like a tan, and to me this is pretty brown for just a couple of days since I made it, and it's just dark already. But I took that into account when I planned the colors, because I figured if I made colors that were compatible with browning from the very start, that as it browned it would still look nice. But what you're going to see when I cut this is the edges will be brown, but the interior will be untouched by air and still a little light. Of course that will still brown also, but it's always interesting to see that color change. And I won't release this video until I can take photos of the whole thing after it's browned all the way. So let's cut into it. So remember that I used yellow, a white, an orange, and a green. And you can see this ribbon of darker brown around the soap where it has been exposed to the air after I unmolded it. So I also used gold because I realized that if this soap did get brown, the browner it would get, the more the gold would stand out as a highlight. So we'll keep an eye on how this green and yellow and orange will look after it browns more. Probably lose a lot because, as you saw in the making of the batter part of this soap, I was going to separate the fragrance into two parts. One part without the fragrance and a majority of it with the fragrance to maintain some of the lighter colors, and I didn't do that. So the swirl turned out kind of interesting, and I'm really pleased with the scent. I kind of have been shying away from scents with vanillin in it because I like the bright colors, but I also like the scent of the vanillin additive in some fragrances. So just hoping people like a nice fragrance with a browner soap. Bring it closer up to that edge that's going to turn brown. So I'm going to cut this and I'm going to let it be exposed to the air for a couple days, and then I'll finish this video and show you the before and after shots. Well, I think one more cut and you get the idea. And I'll take some before shots and after shots.